What's up, everybody? It's AJ, and we're back with another reaction. Let's get to the action.
What if I told you that a black woman held at gunpoint after flock camera error?
Blocker.
Put it up full mask. It's a damn shame. According to local news 12 in Wisconsin.
I did a flock video, and I'm going to keep going back to this comment. Somebody said, "Why would you worry if you're not doing anything illegal?" Just held at gunpoint. You don't get worried about getting held at gunpoint by people? I don't care if you got a costume on saying that you're in the Blue Line gang or not. I don't want a gun pointed at me.
A black woman named Amber Newell. Miss Newell says she was pulled over and had guns drawn on her twice. Not once, 2 times. After a flock camera wrongly flagged her car as being involved in a homicide.
It's crazy.
Do I have to say for the record that Miss Newell could be dead?
Right. Twice.
Because if you got police responding and their information is, well, this car has been involved in a homicide, all of a sudden, an innocent move becomes interpreted as a deadly move.
Correct.
Because, well, this car was involved in a homicide.
Which really just means you're guilty until proven innocent. And when they think that you're gonna harm give somebody deadly force, I don't think they're too willing to wait to see if you're innocent. Like if they heard that you were offing people, I don't think they're gonna be like, let's see if he's gonna off me. So I kind of understand it, but like the thought process of it. But when it comes to I'm supposed to be innocent until you prove it guilty, and then you're gonna use this camera to prove me guilty, nah, I can't go for that one.
There's more. Ms. Newell was pulled over Thursday. It was a Thursday afternoon on I-94. This was in Brookfield, west of Milwaukee. Video from the interstate shows multiple officers with guns drawn and a passenger sticking their hands out of the window, reports Fox 6 News. Brookfield police said they pulled over Newell because her car had been flagged in a Milwaukee homicide. But when they contacted the Milwaukee Police Department, the department said they no longer needed the car or the people inside of it. Ms. Newell was let go, but she was left traumatized by the event, especially as that was the second time. Number 2, she says she was wrongly pulled over that week. She says she was also stopped at gunpoint by officers in Milwaukee last Monday, adding police never told her why she was being detained. They just told.
Twice in 1 week, they pulled up and pulled the blickies out on you. But I'm supposed to feel like you're here for my protection. What happened after the first one? Was there no notes put in there? There wasn't any type of information entered in any type of database or anything? Or that doesn't matter? You're just going off of Flock. Flock said it, so it's true.
Car and let her go. Quote, I haven't been asleep since this has happened. End quote. Another quote, every time I close my eyes, all I can see is guns. End quote. Man, that's post-traumatic for sure.
For sure.
Newell says she's now scared to drive her car and she wants an explanation and an apology. So the local news reached out to the Milwaukee PD to see why was Ms. Newell's car still active in the flock system. The department said it wasn't an issue with flock, but a personnel issue as staff failed to remove a wanted vehicle alert from the system. Okay, let's go back to Ms. Newell. To Ms. Newell. Fox 6 News, they were able to obtain a statement that said it wasn't the flock system. It was actually an employee and their negligence, which means hypothetically. Let's say if we're talking general here, which means that employer or employee error led to your traumatic event.
Well, I'm confused about that because if Flock was the one that dinged the car and it dinged her car and she wasn't the one that did it, Flock was the one that gave the incorrect information to the officer, and then the officer used the incorrect information. So if you're saying that Flock had the wrong car, then it would be Flock's problem. They're the ones that said this car was in the homicide. At least that's what it sounds like to me.
And that error connected to a private company flock system that's why it did not register. You were no longer, or your car was no longer wanted. All right. Just bring that to an attorney is my recommendation when you get a moment. According to NBC TMJ4 News, Brookfield Police Chief Christopher Garcia is defending a high-risk traffic stop conducted by.
Yeah, he doesn't look like a very trustworthy guy. He looks like he'll lie. He looks like he'll make up anything to continue to take his paycheck. This is just what he looks like. He looks like he's about to lie in this picture, and pictures don't talk.
This quote, I have determined that the city of Brookfield officers did not stop the wrong vehicle, as has been reported by local media, Garcia said. Quote, they did in fact stop the vehicle that was the subject of the flock alert. They performed their duties as I would expect them to. Garcia said the stop was consistent with components of reasonable suspicion, probable cause, and objective reasonableness. All right, Attorney Chief. Okay. All right. So you're blaming the flock camera system. You're saying, well, your officers did the right thing. That's interesting to me because the last time I checked, the only entity rights you are supposed to respect happened to be the woman named Ms. Newell.
Right.
So her rights were violated because, regardless of what evidence appeared to be due to negligence from another cop.
Well, see, that doesn't matter because you gotta. Let me start cop-splaining it to you. With everything going on in these days and ages, you never know. So we just need to be safe. And officer safety. And cop-splain. Doesn't matter if we violated your rights. Because we're the ones that say you can have the rights. So if I want to take that little right from you real quick, you accept it, buddy.
She was violated. And instead of you holding anyone accountable beyond, I guess you would say it's Ms. Newell's fault somehow. Because somebody got to get blamed here.
Right.
Instead of understanding the context from her point of view, and really from the point of view of everybody who sees this story, right? Law enforcement should take accountability and responsibility to create checks and balances inside of their own internal system to ensure this doesn't happen again. That's the response of a reasonable law enforcement agency. And that's the response that you should call for the other department and departments around this country to do, Chief.
Well, we know that's not going to happen because once they take responsibility for it and say they did something wrong, then they might get sued and then they might have to pay more. I hope this woman is able to get some sleep. I hope she's able to get some restitution. I hope she's able to put this behind her and move on with her life. If you enjoyed this video, leave me a comment, like the video, and share this video with your cousin.